The majestic Superstition Mountains in the East Valley are a beautiful landmark. It's a touchstone for everyone who lives here. But 10 years ago tonight, it was the site of an awful tragedy. It was Thanksgiving Eve 2011, and our hearts collectively sank when a plane carrying 6 people crashed into the mountains. Everyone on board died, including 3 young children and their father. Their mother, Karen Perry, who happens to live just miles from the crash scene, was sick in bed that night, unaware that anything was wrong until the phone rang.
911 emergency.
The plane just crashed into the Superstition Mountains, and it just kind of flew right into the freaking mountain.
Okay.
It looked like they flew like they didn't know shiprock was there.
I got a phone call from my nanny, and she was in tears, and I said, "What's the matter?" And she said, "There's been a plane crash." And then I was totally in shock, and I just hung up the phone, and I sent a message to my friend Eva, and I said, "I think I just lost my whole family in a plane crash."
That's how Karen Perry's painful journey began.
You know what? I didn't think I could live a day without my children, much less 10 years. And here I am 10 years later, and I'm not sure, It's one of those one day at a time, and I had to find purpose in my life again.
These are the last images of the Perry kids arriving at Falcon Field that night to fly with Karen's ex-husband, Sean, to spend Thanksgiving in Safford. Logan 8, Luke 6, followed by their 9-year-old sister, Morgan. It's 6 p.m. In 30 minutes, they would be gone.
I absolutely feel blessed. I feel so lucky that I had those kids when I did. And that whole experience with them here, before I lost them, I felt like they taught me so much about life, about love, about sacrifice. They taught me so much, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. As much pain as it was to lose them, it was an incredible experience having them here.
Karen recently produced an age progression of her children. Morgan would have been 19 this year, Logan 18, Luke 16.
That absolutely just makes me smile.
The horrible loss of young lives, especially at Thanksgiving, devastated the valley. Karen Perry, even in her grief, felt the outpouring.
The community was so kind and loving, and I think what really touched me a lot was the fact that people who never knew my children, never knew me, went above and beyond to reach out and to just be kind and do everything imaginable to comfort me at the worst time in my entire life.
The NTSB eventually determined pilot error was the cause of the crash. The pilot was simply unaware that the straight-line path he programmed to Safford that night put him on a collision course with the Superstition Mountains, which were not visible on that moonless night. The plane was also not equipped with a terrain avoidance system. Karen has pondered the what-ifs over and over in the past 10 years, pursuing every detail of the crash, even visiting the wreckage at a salvage yard.
Wow.
She had to see it for herself.
I had to see it. As a mother, it's one of those things where it's really hard anyway, but when you don't have a body, it's even more difficult to believe it. 10 years I've had to practice accepting what's happened, and of course I've accepted it. I don't have a choice. It happened, and they're gone. But like I said, I live my life now to honor their memory.
Karen eventually remarried. Her home now looks out on the mountain that claimed her children. Yet she finds peace being near it.
People say to me, "How could you look at that day after day after day, knowing, what that means to you?" And I like being close to the mountain. I like hiking the mountain. I like looking at the mountain.
And every year on the anniversary, she makes the 3-hour climb up the mountain to the spot.
Obviously some kind soul that came and left a memorial here, and also left some toys and pictures.
Injured in a recent horseback riding accident, Karen couldn't physically make the climb this year. Her friends will honor her kids without her. On this 10-year anniversary, Karen takes to the sky, flying with the Falcon Warbirds, taking off from the very runway her children departed that night. A missing man formation flyover of the crash site. Karen Perry is where she longs to be, near her children. She's a remarkable woman. Over the years investigating this crash, a troubling detail emerged. An airspace issue near the Superstition Mountains that puts private pilots at risk. It may have very well played a role in this crash, but to date the FAA has not addressed the airspace problem, and some fear it could happen again. If you want to see our reporting on that issue, you can watch it at fox10phoenix.com or scan the QR code on your screen, and it will take you there.